Hey everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. We are on day 4 of this new process as a small creator trying to make it on YouTube. Now, it's been an interesting journey so far. As you can imagine, for somebody who wants to go into this with that whole newbie mindset, I felt very nervous, very unsure. I had that self-doubt, that voice talking in the mind like it always does with, don't expect results, don't trust what everybody else is saying on YouTube. Because a lot of the time, let's face it, there's always a lot of hype as to, you can do this, you can do that if you do this and you do that. So I've watched tons of those videos, as I've explained in the previous videos, and I always had that excitement, that fire, right? That inspiration and motivation from watching them. And then I tried to apply a lot of the things that was said in these videos, and there was always a trick. There was always some sort of snag somewhere, something that kind of threw the process off in some way. Something that needed to be done that wasn't necessarily achievable in that moment, even though people were preaching in the videos that yes, you can do this if you follow every step. And I'm sure that was true and valid, but not everybody is able to put money up or do certain things or have certain things in the moment like they're presenting in the videos. Classic example is the types of videos that say you could make a side income and earn $3,000 or $2,000 or $1,000 a month just by doing this simple thing. And you think, oh, I'm all intrigued and excited, let's go do it. And you jump into it and it's like, okay, I've watched it through, I've followed the steps, I've signed up for this, I've registered that, and then you find out, oh wait, it's a free trial, and I do have to pay to do something with this project, this process, this job that people are offering. And so that really distracted me from the whole point of me just wanting to do YouTube. That was the reality, but I wasn't brave enough, I didn't have enough confidence to do it. Now, I'm sure you guys feel exactly the same way, which is why you're watching these videos and you've checked them out. It's piqued your interest because deep down you want that too. I get it. So I've tried to be raw and honest in every video that I've done so far with my process. It's only day 4. And my watch time went up from, I think it was 1.2 hours right up now to 9.3 hours over the 4-day period. Now that is realistic. And that is progress, and that is wonderful. And it's nothing to be disheartened about. And I think when we all go into these new ventures and projects, we have this unrealistic reality in our minds that, hey, if I do this, it's going to blow up and we're going to get thousands of subscribers, thousands of views, and, and so on. It's taken so many years for a lot of YouTubers to build up a massive audience or views over time, and when we face that reality, it kind of disheartens us and puts us off, and we think, I haven't got the energy or the effort to do it. I get it, because I felt like that too in the past. And the realism is that if you trust it and you keep up with the consistency, these are the results that I'm seeing over a 4-day period, that it's working. It's actually working, and this is fantastic. We shouldn't look at the small things and think they're not big things, because they are. And at the end of the day, it's the journey getting there that is the most important and amazing aspect of all of this in life, in this process of building something from scratch. You can have so much fun, but you've got to have the faith. So trust it, let go. I'll give you some statistics about this, okay? So as I've just shared with you, I'm now up to 9.3 watch hours, which is fantastic for the small amount that I've put into this. I've gained 9 new subscribers, which is absolutely wonderful. So thank you to each and every one of you. You are a blessing. I am truly grateful for you. Thank you for supporting me on this new adventure. And for the people who left me the inspiring comments on my first video about doing this at the age of 45, you have no idea what that meant to me when I woke up and saw those comments this morning. I had the biggest smile on my face. I got all emotional. I was like, wow, there are people out there who understand, who feel what this is like, who want to see me succeed. And that's a beautiful gift from anybody. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I've replied to you in the comments. I will try to reply to everybody who ever leaves a comment on my videos. I believe you deserve that. If you're taking the time and effort to leave me something, I'm going to do the same for you. I'll also follow you if you would like a new subscriber on your channels to offer you the same support, because we all deserve that at the end of the day. Now, a little motivation for you. Seeing this gentle progress over these 4 days has been wonderful for me. It's instilled some sort of confidence that this does work, that the YouTube algorithm is actually working. Now, one of the comments I received on my first video that I just mentioned, one of the subscribers and commenters mentioned how I showed up on their algorithm. That is fantastic feedback to hear. That means we are doing something right. So consistency is key, because you're trying to teach the algorithm on YouTube that by consistently uploading every day, you're putting out effort to put the same kind of content in front of somebody. That algorithm, like a computer, learns what you're trying to do and therefore says, okay, I see we've got this incoming traffic. I now need to divert it somewhere. So then it puts out in front of people. And that's almost like a test. Because then when it shows up on people's algorithms on YouTube, if they click on it and people watch it, you're then teaching the algorithm, okay, this is something people want to watch. So they start putting you in front of more and more and more people. And this is fantastic. So it all comes down to what kind of content you're going to provide for your viewers. What kind of content drives you and inspires you to produce something every day, because that's important too. It's going to be difficult for anybody to wake up and go, what am I going to provide today? I don't think I can do this. I don't really want to do this. Or I got to think of something. Nobody wants to feel like that, right? We want to get up every day and think, what can I offer today? What can I give myself today that's going to make me thrive and make you thrive? And I think that should be our driving force. Now, there was a wonderful lady who commented on the first video also, and she mentioned that she's got a home bakery. I think that is absolutely fantastic. And she also mentioned that she's not very active on YouTube. And I felt a little crushed when I read that, because one, I know what that feels like. And two, she deserves the same success as any YouTuber on the platform. And I think we have something to offer somebody, whether it's offering somebody some sort of advice or how to make something, or a day in the life of this that somebody can benefit from. I had a wonderful conversation with my sister yesterday, and she was mentioning how she likes watching things to do with the home on YouTube. Anything to do with the home, changing things, creating things, you know, cleaning things. That's also a big genre on YouTube that people love to watch. And we must remember there is something for everybody. So you will have an audience out there. You just need to know what kind of direction you want to take. For me, as I mentioned in my previous videos, this is how I'm starting, because like many of you, as I'm sure you feel the same way, you don't know what niche you want to go into. You may have an idea, but you're not sure where to start with it. So that's exactly how I have felt and how I feel now. But as I'm building up the confidence with providing you a video every single day, trying to help you do the same thing as I'm doing, that's a starting point for me. Now, this video is also going to kind of bear off a little in a different direction. So now I've shared with you about my progress on this for the past 4 days, the kind of direction that I want to take with this, how easy it is to start, and how the YouTube algorithm is helping small creators. Hopefully that is enough fire, or enough of a long stick to poke the fire within you to get you going and motivated to do your YouTube channel, because I really think you can make it. Just have faith and trust and be consistent. It's going to be difficult not to check your phone every single day to check the statistics in the YouTube Studio app or on your computer in the YouTube Studio and be disheartened. And we must remember that expectations are quite often the source of our disappointment and upset and losing faith, because we always expect so much from what we try to do and other people and life in general. We always have these really high expectations, right? And I've been guilty of it. So those things alone are enough to put us off from doing and moving forward and changing and creating something absolutely wonderful in our lives. Now, in terms of manifestation, I don't know if you are interested in manifestation. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's become a massive thing over the past several years. It started off with a big documentary. I think it was put on Netflix, and there's been books written about it called The Secret. You must have heard of it. If you haven't, you want to check it out, go do it. It's very cool. But I'm not here to advertise that. I'm here to talk about the whole manifestation thing as well. Now, not everybody has the same beliefs that we have the power to create, but it's certainly important to have the right mindset when you do anything like this. Now, I'm not asking you to change yourself overnight, otherwise you're not going to see success. No. What I'm saying is, leave it open. Have trust. Trust in yourself to make a video. Get up, put the camera on, sit there. You can look pretty if you want to. And decide how you want to go forward. Start talking, see what comes out, and put up your first video. It's easy to do. Open the app, upload a video once you recorded it. In the description, you can put some hashtags, whatever you feel is relevant or whatever is popular on YouTube, and upload it. Get it going. It's important to have that kind of ability just to leave yourself open enough so that you do something and then allow it to be. Once you've uploaded that video, let it be. It's done. Pat yourself on the back. You've done a fantastic job. And then you can check the statistics if you want to later, but leave it. Let it be there. Say, right, I've done it. I'm going to walk away from it. And what you are doing with this, and this is key in any kind of manifestation, is you're not putting up a barrier of distrust, of concern, anything that will block the energy of something expanding and moving. Because the moment we start to feel lack or doubt, we are actually feeding the wrong kind of energy into the thing that we're trying to achieve or receive in our life. And I've kind of learnt this the hard way over the years, many times. And when I started to see it flip the other way, I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I can see what I'm doing here. All right, yeah, it really does work. And it really surprised me. So I know that when we allow space and feel confident and just let it be, once we've done it, quite often it has the room to grow and expand, because you're not limiting or feeding it with the wrong kind of energy. You're just allowing it to be and root and blossom into what it should be. Now, I've got that out the way, and which is always an important part of anything we do. I want to mention something about something that's going on right now. I don't know if you're into energy and that kind of stuff. Not everybody is, and that's very cool. I've kind of like moved towards these things over the last 10 years from many like difficult life experiences. So it's interesting how I noticed changes within me when the moon was going to be a full moon. I was like, what? Nah. But I noticed a pattern forming. And whenever there was a full moon, I noticed my mood would swing dramatically, and I would have issues, and I would have conflicts with people, with myself. Things I was trying to achieve in life were stumbling or going wrong. And I started looking into all the energy side of things, and I was just stunned at some of the things that were said. And I thought, wow, that's so relevant to what I'm actually going through. So right now, if you're into that stuff, we are in the wolf moon. The moon is a wolf. Oh. And interesting, right? And apparently it's going to be the most powerful energy of 2025. Very cool. And everybody is recommending to make use of that energy. And it just so happens that today is the day that we make use of that energy. So if you happen to see this now, today, that is fantastic. It's all about manifesting, letting go of what no longer serves you, using that energy, utilizing that energy to move ourselves forward. And it's just interesting, again, how I've started to do all of this right near the time that this energy was approaching, and I'm seeing results, and this is fantastic. So take from that what you will and enjoy it, utilize it if you want to, but I think that it will be of some benefit. Always good to keep in mind. Excuse me a moment while I drink from my A cup. I've had a bit of a tickly throat. I don't know about you guys, there's been a lot of the flu going around. Some people were saying it was the Asian flu, the mad Asian flu that's going on at the moment over in places like China and in India as well. Other people were saying it was COVID going around. I don't know, but it was nasty. All of Christmas, I was off my feet. Literally right from Christmas night, right through to past New Year's. I was actually gutted that I didn't get much of a Christmas period over that time, because I was a manic aunt leading up to Christmas, all over the place, trying to do all this stuff. Christmas came and I thought, yeah, I'm really going to enjoy myself. No, the universe was like, sorry, no, you got to chill. So here I am. And maybe that was the motivation I needed to get into this new year of 2025 with a whole new motivation to create something for myself, and the content on here, I don't know. Maybe you feel that way too. I've never really been the type of person that gets into like New Year's resolutions or anything like that. I used to in the past because it's a thing. Everybody seems to make it a thing, but not everybody sticks to it. Let's face it. And so this was different. This was something in me that just clicked. One morning I got up, I was like, I'm going to do this. I've waited far too long. It's 2025. The world is in chaos. Nobody knows what tomorrow's going to bring. Everything's going all over the place at the moment. And I want to create something fantastic for myself before it's too late. You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 45 years old. So if I can do this, you can do this. And I really believe that you can. So if there's anything that you're curious about, please leave me a comment in the video and I will try to answer to the best of my ability. Maybe I can help you in some way. I thank you all for any subscribers that I get along this journey and for just watching this video. Hopefully you take something very useful from this, and if not, that's no problem either. Thanks for stopping by, and I wish you all the best on your journey with whatever you're doing. But get out there, be motivated, inspire yourself to do this, because I think that you deserve it. And let's face it, life is challenging enough, and I don't like to name drop big celebrity names, but Elon Musk pops into my mind, and there was this whole kind of discussion in an interview, I caught this on a YouTube video, and they were talking about COVID and how difficult things were in COVID, and they were saying how coming out of COVID, everybody wanted to work from home because people went through such an experience and a realization through that period that they were like, wow, I've been made to pause from the chaotic reality that society exists in. And I've realized the value of how it feels good to be at home, how it feels good to be with family, how good it feels to want that connection with others, how good it feels to want freedom that we all secretly or not so secretly crave on a daily basis. We don't want to be stuck in a mind-numbing job that we come home from exhausted and tired and stressed about, or not looking forward to going to the next day. We're just existing just because we need to make money to live. We don't live to work, we work to live, and that is the reality we live in, although they will try to bring it upon us that we do live to work. Now, Elon Musk has the mindset of I live to work because he is all about his work. He works 24/7. His mind doesn't stop. He's creating these wonderful things, or maybe not so wonderful, depending on how the future's going to go. However, he commented in the video that he doesn't like the idea of people working from home, that it's actually a selfish thing to do, and that we should be out there doing the jobs that we've always been doing because somebody needs to do them, and that's how society is going to survive and thrive. Now, I get what he's talking about. If everybody in a supermarket decided to not work anymore, then we'd have to rely on self-serving checkouts and a few odd staff around the place and maybe some robots walking around making sure we didn't shoplift. And I'm sure that will be the reality that we're going to live in if everybody decides to work at home. But at the end of the day, if you're providing a service and something useful to society and you're still giving back to society through your wealth, then we're always going to have a society that thrives. And yes, that makeup may change over time. But I think the world's going to change dramatically over the next 5 to 10 years anyway. I think we're going to see some very big changes. And I think this is the way it's always been nudged to go in that direction. And we've always been drip fed that information through movies and music and all sorts of things of creating a futuristic like the Jetsons and everybody's going on about the Simpsons predicting everything now. You could argue, okay, so who is giving the information to the creators of the Simpsons? Are you telling me that one of them was psychic, the one who wrote all the stories for all the Simpsons episodes, and they've just managed to create every event that's important event in our history so far? It's all too weird, isn't it? So, you know, Elon Musk has a valid point, but also society's going to change no matter what, and we all have the right as an individual on a spiritual, mental and physical level to decide how we want to live. We don't grow up in a dictatorship. We do not. And we're led to believe that we should be living in a dictatorship. And that's kind of dictatorship thinking when you say you shouldn't be working from home, you should be ashamed of yourself, you should be out there doing what everybody else is doing. Doesn't mean that we're not grateful for those doing what they're doing. Not everybody wants to be working at home creating for themselves. Anyway, I've drifted off track, but thank you so much for joining me for another video. I'm excited where we're going to take this. I've got some cool ideas ahead, and let's get the ball rolling and let's help people make something on YouTube, because this does work and I am proof that this does work. I've come from nothing to a small something in a short space of time. So this can work for you. Keep at it. Keep that dedication. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself, because that's the only thing that matters. You. Not everybody else. You. Do this for you. And you will ultimately give to others. So on that note, have a fantastic day, night. Keep it bright. Lots of love from Angel Mia. Mwah.